Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Chat with Curry and Adrian. I'm Curry Terrell. With me, as always, the incredible Adrian McMillan.
Hey y'all.
The wickedly talented
Adrian McMillan.
What's the worst mispronunciation you've ever gotten of your name?
I mean, they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Adriana.
Yeah, for sure.
Yours.
Carrie, Corey, Cody.
Gurry.
Gurry is the worst. Gurry
is the funniest, and that one has really stuck.
It really has, and you were trying to get German to learn it.
Yep, my little nephew.
Learned my name for real.
Yep.
There is nothing more precious than a little kid like that saying your name.
I know.
Like that when Jay, like one of the first times Jay said my name, like not in like, that's Curry, or like, you know, like Chris will say like point us out or whatever, but he just said it like out of nowhere. Oh, sweet. It was
they have
sweet.
Little brains in there.
Yeah, they have little brains in there.
You know.
It's true.
The neurons are firing.
Yeah, that's good.
Wild.
Mm-hmm. How's your life been? How's your week been?
I came just back from Ojai today. It was pretty relaxing. I went swimming. It was literally frigid and freezing cold.
Uh-huh.
But it was nice. It was nice to just hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Denise and Emily.
Got some ceramics.
Got some ceramics. Went to a little ceramics festival. Had the best soft serve I've ever had.
What flavor?
It was chocolate and vanilla. You didn't see the picture?
Maybe. I think so, yes.
What did it look like?
It was in a cup.
A lot of people messaged me and said that's the best looking ice cream I've ever seen. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was just fun. We just relaxed.
That's what you need.
I love relaxing.
Yeah. That's good.
And then this past week, I mean, we did something every day.
I feel like we have been running a lot.
Yeah, we've been doing and going and doing and going.
Uh-huh.
Well, what's new with you?
Nothing really. I've been doing the same thing as normal. I hung out with you a lot.
That's true.
Are you sick of me yet?
No.
Thank you. That's very kind.
I'll have a week vacation from you next week.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want to think about that.
That's crazy.
I really don't like to think about that.
I know.
The cat's tapping my shoulder.
I'm going to be in Chicago for work.
Wait, can I say one thing about And Just Like That?
Yes.
I
have not watched it
Can
yet.
I have 60 seconds?
Go on.
Okay, and this is a spoiler-free thought. And Just Like That, 2 episodes in. The first episode was obviously crazy. The second episode was the most normal episode they've ever had. Where it was just like...
tore to shreds.
The comments of anything about And Just Like That are unreadable. Because 50% of it is, Kim Cattrall was so smart for not doing this, which pisses me off more than anything, because she just wanted money. If they had paid her the same as they paid Sarah Jessica Parker, she'd be on that show.
They would have figured it out.
She'd be sitting there just doing the same exact terrible plots.
Yeah.
What I want for that show, and what I think that they just need to, if they would get to that, I think people would like enjoy it and get into it, even though I think we're beyond that at this point. What's fun about Sex and the City was it was women in their 30s, 40s doing normal things. Sex, dating, relationships, marriage, kids, all those things. Those were the plots. This show, they've aged 20 years, obviously, but instead of telling stories about women their age, they're still trying to tell stories about them in their 30s.
So you now have an issue with it.
No. I'm just saying that my hope for the show, I love it, and it's really not as bad as people say it is. Every episode has something crazy, but like it's not any. There's terrible television everywhere. It's not that.
Yeah.
And I love seeing them. And honestly, Carrie's storylines, through the whole show, have been fine to me. And a lot of things that people criticize, like the Rosie O'Donnell thing, that was a very Sex and the City storyline.
Yeah.
It was a silly show. They did crazy things.
Yeah, of course.
So,
your 60 seconds is up.
Yeah,
I'm
anyway,
just kidding.
watching Just Like That, it really is good.
We're behind. We haven't finished Hacks. We haven't started And Just Like That. I want to continue watching Paradise.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But And Just Like That, I think, is at the top of the list because it's so short. You fly through them,
you
right?
fly
Aren't
through
they 30
it.
minutes?
They're 90 minutes. Or no, they're 60 minutes. 60 minutes, excuse me. They're an hour.
Oh, horrible.
And we've had movies both weeks on Thursday, so I've watched it like at 10 o'clock at night.
That's insane.
I have to know. I can't go to bed without knowing.
That's a mental illness.
I know. I won't be at peace. I don't like thinking people know and I don't know.
Even though the people that... I see what you mean.
The people that do know are ripping it apart on Twitter, but I
Right.
want to have an opinion before I see people on Twitter be like, "This is the worst show on television."
You don't mute stuff.
No, I should. Like Survivor, I always get spoiled, or Drag Race, it always gets spoiled for me. Anyway, I love Sarah Jessica Parker to the ends of the earth.
We were watching it today in Ohio, just like as background noise.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, how can you not like her? She is so like, it was the one where they were working the bat mitzvah and Miranda's dating the guy that Sarah Jessica Parker used to date. And she was like, he's an asshole. I promise you, he's an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
And when she was in that guy's apartment listening to the records, I was like, you are just so likable.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
Love her.
And I think, and the rumors are not true.
No.
She is nice.
Yes.
I do not believe for a second she is not nice.
No, I totally agree.
She's fabulous. I love her to death.
Same.
Top 5 favorite like celebrity ever. Probably.
I think so too.
We saw 2 movies together this week.
Could not tell you what they are.
We're going to start high and then go low.
Actually, yes, I could.
First thing we saw this week was on Tuesday, Karate Kid Legends. Starring Ben Wang, Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, Joshua Jackson.
Here's the thing. We need to be paid to go to movies. Not paid. We want to be sponsored to go to movies. Because we watch anything, clearly. Here we are. We're gonna talk
Except
about
for the Wes Anderson movie.
Well, give us time. We don't.
There's only so many days in the week.
I'm telling you. I'm not sitting at the movies 5 days a week. I can tell you that much. Right
I'm not
now.
asking you to.
Well, okay. But I would. If like AMC said, we will have you be our official podcast host, I would be there.
We'd live there. We'll get an apartment in Century City.
Yeah, amen.
Karate Kid Legends is the newest edition of the Karate Kid franchise. They've had the 3 in the 90s. They had the one with Jaden Smith. Then they've had Cobra Kai
that's right.
for like several seasons, which people love.
Yeah.
And now they have this.
Here's what I'm going to say. The trailer was amazing.
Yeah, it was a good trailer.
The movie. It felt like a Nickelodeon movie.
It definitely was geared towards, I mean, it is Karate Kid, so it is like essentially a teenage story. So, of course, it's geared towards young people, but yeah, I know what you mean.
It wasn't elevated enough to like make it like a cool action movie.
Yeah.
It felt very elementary. Mm-hmm. Very elementary. Beyond the teenage years of the people who were acting in it. So I was like, okay, maybe this is a angsty teen movie. No, it's for kids. It's a kids movie.
Yeah.
Karate Kid.
I thought I enjoyed it for what it was,
Yeah.
but I don't need to see it again.
It never, ever, ever. Not even another Karate Kid movie.
I thought it was fascinating that like Joshua Jackson,
He was great.
his character and his daughter's character were the main feature of the movie other than the main boy. Like they were the co-stars of the film.
Totally.
They were not in a single trailer.
No, I had no idea they were in it.
They were buried. Exactly.
Yes,
Patrick
exactly.
Sane didn't know. And his plot line, they really took their time with.
Totally.
And then when we got to the 5 boroughs, the big like action sequence at the end, which was basically the whole like plot of the movie, was this kid's going to beat up the other guy in the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
They went through the first 4 fights in 30 seconds in a montage.
Yeah.
And I said, this is what we've built up to, these
Totally.
fights.
Exactly.
Now they're it's a music video.
Correct. That's exactly how it felt. A lot of it felt fake. I didn't believe any of them. Although I did think the boy playing the Karate Kid was great.
Yeah, he was good.
His action stunts were fun. He was good. Like I believed him in the world,
Totally.
but everything else didn't feel real. It felt like a movie set. Everything felt like a movie set.
Especially the garden where he was like training.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
The alley where they were fighting in.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
belongs on YouTube. Like you remember like Cobra Kai started on YouTube. It was like a YouTube original show.
Yeah.
This should have been a YouTube original movie.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought it was fun though. For what it was.
It doesn't need to be in theaters, nor does it need to be seen in theaters, sadly.
What was I seeing today was already on streaming that we had just seen.
I know Accountant 2 is already on Prime.
Accountant 2, that's what it was.
We hadn't seen it.
And
you saw it?
What was the other one?
Did you
no,
see
I didn't see it. What was the other one with Carrie Mulligan? The Ballad of Wallace already on streaming. They really, I mean, Accountant 2 has been out for like a month.
Ballad makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
that was like 2 months ago. Accountant 2 feels like it came out a month ago.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Crazy.
I know. And it's still playing in theaters.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Karate Kid. Do you think they'll make another one?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm not familiar with the old ones enough. Does it follow him through? Hilary Swank is in one of them, right?
She's in the second one, if I'm not mistaken. Hilary Swank's in the third one.
And then Ralph is in the first two.
Yeah.
Wow, good for him. He's really made a career as the Karate Kid.
He has literally ridden that wave,
And
baby.
I love Jackie Chan.
He was fun.
He seems so nice.
Your review really made me laugh on Letterboxd, and then rereading my review made me laugh too.
I don't even remember what I said.
You said, if I was ever beaten up by somebody who had their hands in their pockets, I'd never show my face again.
You would never see me again.
I said, I might have hallucinated this, but doesn't Jackie Chan have a lesbian daughter that he disowned?
Is that true?
I think it is.
Oh, well, we should Google it.
Am I just spreading rumors?
Patrick, Google that.
I think
Google
it is true. Maybe it's misinformation. Maybe I got duped.
Is it misinformation or disinformation?
I can't remember the difference right now.
I'm just kidding.
But I think I was misinformed. No, disinformed. I was disinformed. The information was not correct. Misinformed is like I was told something, but it wasn't applicable to me.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I forgot that was your review.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But it popped into my head.
No, it is true.
It is true.
It's true.
His report restrained, she's publicly stated that they are not in contact. And she's not
They're not in contact. They're
Oh.
estranged because of
That's
her
sad.
sexuality.
That is sad. Jackie,
Come on, honey.
it's Pride Month.
It's
Give her a call.
2025.
Love your daughter.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about Karate Kid Legends?
No.
Okay. Next, we're going to talk about The Life of Chuck,
Oh,
starring Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan. Is it Gillan? Gillan. She was on Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. She was also in, Guardians of the
Guardians
Galaxy,
duh.
where she's Nebula.
Those Guardians of the Galaxy people really work.
I know.
Mark Hamill and Jacob Tremblay.
Yes, and the woman from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the grandma.
And she looked fabulous.
Yes.
I actually really thought she was one of the better parts of the movie.
Uh,
I mean, it's amazing to be a fly and poop.
That's very true.
Okay, this movie is about, I don't know, the world ending. No, it's about this man's life.
Yes.
And it's told in 3 acts. One when he's a little boy, one when he's a grown man. And then...
It essentially is but told in reverse.
Yeah, it's told in reverse. And then after he's dead or when he's dying. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Here's what I'm going to say. If you guys are listening to this podcast, you heard me talk about this movie in September.
Yes, you saw it at TIFF.
And I said it was horrible.
You did. Literally the only movie from TIFF you really liked, this wasn't good.
This wasn't good. And I think I think I wasn't hard enough on it at the time.
Yeah.
I was in my press mindset. I was trying to be generous.
Exactly.
But I remember watching it and I thought, this is really corny. Like, it felt very Oscar bait, like beyond Oscar bait.
Right.
Like, just corny, cheesy mess.
Right.
And I thought some of the acting was good. Honestly, I thought Jacob Tremblay saved it for me at the time.
Yeah.
I still agree with that. But
And Chiwetel I thought was really good.
Yeah, he was good.
For what it was, I mean, what the material was, I
Yeah.
thought, I've missed seeing you.
Yeah. The second time around, though, I hated it. I really hated it.
First of all, I was confused when you said it wasn't good. The amount of money they've put into the marketing.
Crazy.
Because all of a sudden it's everywhere. Like, they have advertised the heck on TV.
They want it to be awards contender.
And they're trying to go for that, like, what was the movie with Tom Hanks with the house?
Yes.
Here, which I turned off on the plane.
No.
I watched like 20 minutes of it. I was like, oh, this is awful. On a plane. So,
That's
you know,
bad.
like, I have nowhere
You're
to
desperate, right?
go. Yeah. It just, no. I was like, maybe it'll be good. I was like, maybe it's just not, you don't like old people stuff.
That's not an old people movie.
But you know what I mean? Like, those kind of like corny, that's not really your style. So I was like, maybe I'll like it in like a Forrest Gump kind of way.
Okay.
It wasn't like that.
No, it's very melodramatic.
It's terrible.
It's bizarre. The humor is strange when they're trying to be funny. The direction is weird. It's just altogether very weird.
Yeah.
It's truly like the last 5 minutes is the only part of the movie that I like.
Yeah.
It's very fantasy based. First of all, it's based on like, I think, a short story. So like no need to make that into a hour and 50-minute long movie.
Yeah.
First of all, there's just a lot of elements that do not work, sadly.
Do you know when you look up actors and they have those movies that in the middle of their filmography that you've never heard of?
Yes.
And they like went straight to DVD?
Yeah.
Or they played in like one theater?
Yeah.
This is the definition of that kind of movie.
I agree.
It just did not need to exist on a wide scale. Bless it.
And Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong. This is Mike Flanagan's first feature film. No, he did Doctor Sleep.
It's his first straight movie.
Like what do you mean straight movie?
Not,
not like a horror movie.
but there's still some fantasy elements.
fantasy elements. Too. And Doctor Sleep was amazing.
I loved that movie.
I don't know what's going on. He is maybe better on TV, better with TV shows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, I was thinking for the marketing, you know how they had all the billboard that said Chuck or whatever? I mean,
Yeah.
all the like graffiti in the movie that said that.
Yeah.
They should have done that in L.A.
Oh yeah, like Buskers for Life, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
That would have been smart.
Yeah, here's the thing. Am I going to say is it cool in theory, like an interesting idea in theory? Maybe, but I don't know that it's an executable story.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I saw Friendship today, and I did love it. We talked about it last week, but I'll just say I did really enjoy it.
Does it make you want to watch his other stuff?
Yes. But I think if I watch, I wouldn't want to watch like 5 episodes at once. I'd want to watch one and then come back to it like a week later.
Yeah, no binging.
I binged Ginny and Georgia all day yesterday. It's absolutely the best show on Netflix. And by that I mean it's insane. I love it. Now it's time for a question. Any other films you want to speak of?
No.
My question for you is, on a podcast mic, what did you think of the Wicked trailer?
Horrible. It was really bad. I looked at it and I was like, why does this feel fake? Why does everything feel... Are we living in a simulation? Is that
Yes.
what it is?
If we are, unplug me now. I'm begging.
Yeah. Imagine you just got unplugged and evaporated before me.
I would be... I'm sorry for your trauma, but I would be... I'm tired. Before it gets hot, please.
It felt really fake. The teaser that played during the Tonys today was even better.
Yeah.
Are we not going to talk about the Tonys?
Oh my God. We should have started with the
my
Tonys.
God.
I got distracted by Carrie Bradshaw and then I just went right into it. I'm sorry. The Tonys were tonight.
Literally ended 41 minutes ago.
We watched them here. You got home and they had just started.
I know.
Good
the timing
timing.
worked out perfectly, baby.
Really good time. Hosted by Cynthia Erivo.
Which I walked in and said, I think this is beneath her.
I think it's a weird choice to have her as a host. She's not exactly a personality, but she does have a good personality and she's really well liked.
Yes. And can sing her ass off.
Yes, but coming from Ariana DeBose,
Increase of a host.
even
selection.
her speech, her presenting speech, I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Exactly.
Cynthia was fabulous.
She was so funny.
Her opening number was just basically a song.
Uh-huh.
Fabulous. She sang "And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going" in a fun way at the end. Her song with Sarah Bareilles was the peak of the night. I'm sorry to say it.
I don't think it applied well to an in memoriam section, but I did think they sounded good.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I know what you mean.
Big news of the night. Oh, Mary didn't win play,
It did not, but Cole won and the director won.
which I guess is great.
Yes.
And then, but I would just want the play.
I know what you
because
mean.
it encompasses everyone.
Of course.
And Nicole Scherzinger. That's all.
Nicole Scherzinger beat Audra and the girl from Boop and the women from Death Becomes Her. A really stacked category.
It's a good category. Nicole deserved it.
She was fabulous. What a great performance, too, from Sunset Boulevard.
I know. It felt rushed, but I understood because we're on a TV show.
Yeah.
The one from Stephen Colbert is the pinnacle one. Like, she really takes her time. The
Yeah.
music is amazing. Obviously, seeing her live is the best one when we were in the theater with her.
Yep.
But do yourself a favor and watch it on YouTube if you haven't already.
She was fabulous. Darren Criss won,
Yeah.
and that performance was sweet.
It was very darling.
Honestly, most of the performances were good. The suckers for me, Here's the thing. Even Death Becomes Her a little bit. You
Yeah.
have to pick something that advertises the show.
Totally.
A song, We're Here for the Gays, while fabulous, and I love Megan Hilty, and she sang her head off. Where's the other woman?
Right.
This is a show about 2 women. Do a song with both of them.
And Michelle Williams is in it.
And Michelle Williams is in it. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was weird. And they at least should have had the other woman present with Michelle
Yeah.
or like announce it.
Yeah.
How strange.
Yeah.
Also, the Operation Mincemeat, not a good song.
No.
The guy had just won a Tony. Why don't do his big song?
Exactly.
And
The Pirates one, honestly, didn't. The music didn't do it for me, but I liked the dance number.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
The guy trapped in the cave.
Yeah.
Did we need a musical about that?
But I heard it was good. Floyd
Yeah.
Collins.
Yeah.
And the one with the guy from Shucked?
That was that one.
No.
Yes.
No, Floyd Collins was a different one. That
Oh.
was something Outlaws.
Oh, Dead Outlaws.
Yeah, that one. I was like, this is fun, but like, what is the show about?
Yeah.
Country people?
No. I don't know.
That guy from Shucked is in overalls for life. I mean, he is like went from the country to another country.
So what's closing, do you think, now? Boop.
Boop probably will not last long. They really needed a performance.
Yeah.
But apparently you pay. So like that's why Real Women Have Curves, even though it was not nominated for Best Musical, it got to perform. Oh. Like Funny Girl wasn't even nominated that year, but
Yeah.
they paid for Leah to perform.
Because they want people to come and see the
'Cause
show.
it's a commercial for the show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What you're picking as the song is so important.
Yeah.
It's like, what was the one about the voting? Suffs.
Suffs.
What a great performance.
Oh,
I think about it all the
fantastic.
time.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah. So anyway, Boop definitely is in trouble.
Dead Outlaws.
Yeah, Dead Outlaws. Honestly, Sunset Boulevard has not been doing good, but it's closing. Like that's the thing is, a lot of these shows they put a dead end to them, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, they don't. It doesn't matter if they're having good numbers or
No,
not.
exactly. We'll see.
Yeah. What do you think of Audra?
It was, I thought, horrible.
I just thought it was a weird. She was like, obviously, she has nothing to prove vocal ability wise.
No.
She's Audra McDonald, so she went for like a full character breakdown moment.
Right.
It was kind of intense for the Tonys.
It felt too, too dialed up. It didn't. I mean, here's the thing. I texted Frankie, of course, and I said this is horrible, and he said she's losing her mind. Like that's the character.
Yeah.
Which I get.
It's that point in the show,
but
yeah.
it went too far past that.
It just is to be watching it on your couch. It kind of is a weird like pluck from the.
Yeah, it felt very alarming.
Also, just the Tonys have such a history with everything's coming up roses. Like, why not do yours?
Yeah.
But I get it at the same time.
Yeah, I mean the timing of everything that's happened with her and these stories. Like I understand, there's some like anger behind it too, maybe, which I thought is kind of interesting. But I'm not a big fan of her voice anyway. So like that combined with the fact that she's acting crazy, I was like, it really took me back. I was like, whoa, this is just too much.
I bet she's fabulous in it.
Yeah.
And she's fine.
Yeah, she's okay.
She got a lot of Tonys at home.
She's okay.
And
She
again,
gonna be
as we
all
say
right.
every award, I don't feel bad for anybody losing. They got nominated for a Tony.
Yeah,
what
it's
did
a big
I do
deal.
today? I ate a brookie. You know what I mean? It's just like they were fun though. I had a good time with them.
They were good. Too long, but they were good.
Yeah, 3 hours. I feel like that's normal.
It is normal, but we don't need that.
Okay.
For musical, we don't need that. We need 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let them know.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for our questions.
Do you have one?
I do.
You said questions.
It's time for there's 2 questions from one user.
Oh, who's the user?
Jeremy, dear friend.
Kerr?
Rank your
Hey.
3 Beyonce shows that you went to.
Out of the ones in this last week.
Yes.
Me specifically.
You specifically. It's a 2-part question. This is the first part.
The one with my friend Georgia is number 1. We had the perfect vantage point.
Yep.
She had never seen Beyonce before. It was amazing. Then our first show that we went to, we had amazing seats, very close. We didn't see the screen like head on, but we could still see some of the screen, most of the screen, 99% of the screen. And we were like at basically slightly elevated eye level to the stage, which was fantastic. Third was New Jersey.
Yeah.
Fantastic show regardless. Company was great. But just something, I like SoFi Stadium. SoFi is great.
It is good.
It's new.
Yeah.
It's big. It has good food. It was fantastic.
Yeah. The second part of the question is, were we disappointed that they're not going to release Reputation Taylor's version?
Couldn't care less. And you have lots of thoughts about this. Get ready. Brace yourselves.
all I will say is Taylor Swift getting money.
She used us.
I don't think I think she used us.
I deleted all of her music. Actually, I didn't, but I'm going to.
No, I
no,
love Taylor Swift.
I'm deleting her Taylor version.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing. I didn't need him to begin with.
Yeah.
She gets paid regardless.
Yeah.
Whoever owns her masters, she's a songwriter and she's the performer. So she's getting a cut of the songs anyway. As I told you in the car, 99% of singers don't own their masters.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't feel bad for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
The way it was handled and them being sold out from under her, sure, I can understand the disappointment there, but it always just kind of felt like this is a big like marketing thing.
And also, no disrespect to her or anybody in this business, but it is a business and a corporation. So
Correct.
things will happen that
Correct.
you don't have full control over at all times.
Correct.
Luckily, she's obviously a billionaire and now can do whatever she wants with it.
Right.
And can figure it out. And did figure it out.
Exactly. And the disregard of Reputation in her debut, like it'll come out when it comes out when I feel like it. I haven't even recorded the second half of Reputation because it's a perfect album.
Yeah.
That I was like, what?
Yeah.
These people have literally. Also, she knows she's so online and aware. The people like her core of fans obsess over like every little thing, hoping that today's the day.
And honest, create fake things
Correct.
in their head.
But
Like
I'm
those
just-
things have never existed.
Correct.
Is basically what we've discovered.
But
Yeah.
but like for her to then say like I haven't even done it.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, these people are like waiting at bated breath for you to say, are you ready for it?
But she has no obligation to do it.
She has no
either.
obligation to any of it, but it's like we just went through this whole journey with you on your versions. So to just be like, nah, I was like, okay.
And so it's never going to come out, you think?
It's never going to come out. And here's the thing. I am not buying the Taylor's versions, and
Yeah.
I don't have to now.
Because you also always grill her on the fact that we are then also paying for shipping each time. And that's how they're also making money.
Oh, correct. 100%. Taylor is a business woman. She
Yeah.
is making money at every. It's just like Beyonce.
Yeah.
Those images that were all coming out all weekend from her tour book. That's why she doesn't put up music videos. That's why she doesn't want to do anything that you get stuff for free.
Yeah.
It's also you have to purchase.
Yeah.
And buy
And have access to that
exactly
way,
the
physically.
books,
Yeah.
the different records. It's. I mean, they're geniuses.
Of
I
course.
wish I
And
was that smart.
No shade. Yeah, exactly. We're all dumb and eating it up.
Amen. This podcast you should be paying for.
Here's what I'm going to say, too, and this is really disrespectful. I mean, Denise and I were talking about the Taylor Swift picture that came out over the weekend of her and Travis at that wedding.
Yeah.
She needs a new stylist. Why does she look frumpy? Her hair looks a mess.
Hair
Looks like, I don't even know what. Like, she's
free.
It's the humidity, and, like, she brushed it herself. It's so bad. It looks matted on her head.
Yeah.
And then
I know
also
what you mean.
his hair looks too perfect. Like there's like a no in. They're both ends of the opposite spectrum. It's so weird.
Yeah.
His needs to look a little bit more disheveled. It looks too 90s.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
It's very like Nick Carter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But her especially at that wedding looked a mess. Girl.
She's a free woman.
Yes, I'm totally agree. But you gotta look. You are a billionaire, multi-billionaire.
Correct.
Apparently, she paid like 9 figures for her music. So that could be any like in the same ballpark as like Bob Dylan and those people. 500 million, 300, 400.
That is insane.
Probably on the higher end, not like Justin Bieber or whatever, who sold it for like 100 million.
Yeah. You know what? Good for her.
She's rich, and we're gonna keep on paying her.
And absolutely, whatever the next album is. I will say this lastly, and then we'll wrap up this discussion of Taylor and Beyonce too. I would like singles and videos for the singles, and like more than just dropping an album and then running away from it.
We don't live in that era anymore.
I know, but I do.
Did you see any of the stuff that Miley Cyrus was talking about? She was like, all this. She was like, it's so that I didn't have to go on tour and promote. She's like, I made all these little comments, and like that was the promotion. Okay, girl,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
You know, she's not for me, and the more she behaves, she's really not for me.
Yeah, you get further and further away.
But at the same time, she's been famous since she was like 5 years old, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot going on in there.
And the climb is a hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a hit. It's a bop. Thank you so much for your questions. If you have any questions, you can email us. Let's chat with Curry and Adrian at gmail.com. You can call us, send us a text, leave us a voicemail at 919-675-2428, which is 919-675-CHAT, or you can comment on any of our social media accounts. Now it is time for our songs of the week.
I think we have the same one.
I love it.
Go for it.
It's as if we never said goodbye from Sunset Boulevard
Yes.
by Nicole Scherzinger, former Pussycat Doll, now Tony Award winning actress.
She could not deserve it more.
I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry, and I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why everything's as if we never said goodbye. I've spent so many mornings just trying to resist you. I'm trembling now. You can't know how I've missed you. Missed the fairy tale adventures in these ever-spinning playground. We were young together. I'm coming out of makeup. The lights already burning. Not long until the cameras will start turning. And the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye.
I wish the guy had gotten like a moment to speak or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to win a little bit,
Yeah.
but Darren obviously had his moment in time.
Yeah.
What do you think
When
of Jonathan Groff, by the way?
that musical? Like his performance, I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
But I do not like a jukebox musical.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
Yeah.
That is not my thing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Don't drag me to one.
No. Okay. This week we have How to Train Your Dragon. We have The Materialist.
No.
We have...
That is not this week. That's
Yes.
next week.
I think it's this week. You're not here next week.
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, so then I have to cancel Denise's ticket. She won't be here.
For Materialists? Of course it's not. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is the 11th. Materialist is the 12th.
Oh my god.
And there was something else. I don't recall.
Me either.
We have a big week ahead.
I know Parade is next week.
Before the parade.
Chicago is next week, but we will have one more podcast before then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll be back. We're not missing any episodes, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'll be back. I'm just going for the work week.
Fabulous.
Can't wait.
Next week when we do this, I want to hear your thoughts on it just like that.
I will watch it.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much for listening. We hope you have the best week ever.
Adios.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Let's Chat with Curry and Adrian. If you enjoyed the show, and we know you did, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review. Keep the conversation going by following me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter @CurryTerrell, and Adrian on Instagram @Adrian McMill, and Twitter @YoAdrianMcMill. Discover our weekly song picks by adding our playlist on Spotify or Apple Music, all linked in this week's episode description. Got questions or feedback? Email us at letschatwithcurry@gmail.com. See you next time. Bye, y'all.